Hi everyone, welcome to the Footy Girl channel where this girl talks everything football or soccer. So as promised, I am coming back with 5 more Bundesliga predictions for the second half of the season. Hopefully I'll be more accurate in this video. If you haven't caught the predictions that I made for the first half of the season, make sure to watch that. Or if you want to kind of see how I did in terms of comparing my predictions to reality, make sure you watch my video whenever it's up about my first half predictions. But anyway, I have some fresh predictions for a fresh year and a fresh second half of the season. So without further ado, let's dive right into those. Prediction number 1. Union Berlin will finish in a Champions League spot. Yes, Union Berlin slipped in form a bit before the winter and World Cup break, as match days 13 through 15 were nothing short of a nightmare for Die Eisernen. They suffered through 3 winless matches in a row as they were destroyed by Leverkusen 5-0, only managed to grab a point against Augsburg, and then were subsequently essentially throttled by Freiburg 4-1 right before the break. Nevertheless, Union Berlin had amazing form at the beginning of the season, even finding themselves in the top 3 for a time. I'm confident that they will maintain their good form and retain their Champions League spot for the rest of the season. Prediction number 2. Hertha Berlin will be relegated. In 17th place with only 14 points from 18 games, Hertha are, for a 3rd season in a row, in a pretty bad spot. Last season, they were able to stay up after a relegation battle with the unlucky Hamburger SV, but even under new president Kai Bernstein, things have continued to look bleak for the old lady. It doesn't help that they've lost tenacious forward Davy Zelka during this winter transfer period to Köln. However, he did only manage a single goal and assist so far this season, so maybe he'll be more prolific for the Billy Goats. Anyway, with 5 draws this season, Hertha will be looking to find the back of the net more often during the second half in order to break ties and take 3 points more often. Prediction number 3. Freiburg and Leipzig will be true title competitors. Freiburg is just 3 points behind Bayern, which is hardly a healthy enough gap to make an early projection of Bayern as title winners. Freiburg is in pretty good form with only 4 losses from 18 games, although they've lost a great asset in right winger Kevin Schade, who's gone off to Brentford on loan, a deal that's expected to be made permanent. It should be expected that Freiburg will continue the positive momentum in the second half of the season. As for Leipzig, they're only 2 points behind Bayern, so they're actively putting pressure on Freiburg and the Rekordmeister. They've lost only 2 more games than Bayern, and similarly, pulled draws in 2 less games. Consistency will be key for Leipzig in the second half of the season, as they, like Freiburg, cannot drop any more points from draws if they wish to potentially lift the Meisterschale. Prediction number 4. Borussia Dortmund will at least qualify for a Champions League spot. As a BVB fan, yes, I am pretty disappointed about how this season has gone, particularly considering the star-studded cast of transfers that occurred last summer. Of course, Aller spent most of the season out receiving treatment after his cancer diagnosis, but Anthony Modeste, his temporary replacement from Köln, and Karim Adeyemi have been a bit lackluster. Some argue that Dortmund is just settling in with all the new transfers that happened last year. However, new arrivals aside, I'm sure many BVB fans also feel frustrated with yet another season that started brightly, quickly fizzled. Luckily, Dortmund has kept their head above water in the DFB Pokal with their next match away against Bochum on February 8th. BVB is also surviving the Champions League with their next task to defeat the currently out of form Chelsea in the round of 16. With 3rd to 7th place in the Bundesliga relatively close in terms of points, BVB still has a lot of room to maintain 4th. This will take a winning mindset though. But with Sebastian Aller back on the pitch just weeks after successfully completing cancer treatment, Dortmund might have a chance. Aller impressively scored a hat-trick in a winter preseason game against FC Basel in a 6-0 win over the Swiss club. So, with Aller in tow, BVB should have a chance to make it to the Champions League again next season. Hopefully. Prediction number 5. Wolfsburg will qualify for the Europa League. Wolfsburg won 4 of their last 5 matches, breaking their winning streak with a 2-1 away loss to Werder Bremen. But with 4 points on Gladbach and a positive goal differential of over 10, the Wolves have a good chance of potentially eking past Frankfurt or Freiburg into the Europa League spot. Since Niko Kovac took over on July 1st, 2022, Wolfsburg has only won half of their 20 games under the former Bayern coach. However, after a rough initial 10 games, Kovac's tenure took a positive turn since their win at home against Stuttgart in the first half of the season. They've only lost once since then, with a few draws in between victories. With Freiburg and Frankfurt slight dips in form, Kovac would be keen to form another winning streak to get Wolfsburg into European competition next season. Oh, what do you think about my predictions? Do you think I'm absolutely crazy? Do you think I'm going to be as off with my first half predictions this half? Just let me know in the comments. I mean, honestly, I don't necessarily spitball these, but at the same time, who knows, right? I mean, you never know when a team is actually going to perform the way you predict, huh? That's why it's called a prediction, right? Anyway, that's it for this one. So follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok because I'm there too. So I'll see you there and I'll see you here next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.